Okay, let's move on to direct and reported speech. Okay, so basically for direct and reported speech, the common two different types of testing, right, would be, for example, okay, direct to indirect, or okay, the second option is indirect to direct. Okay, usually we would say the option 2 is always more difficult, okay, because it's harder for you to convert, okay, the sentences accordingly. Okay, so what we want you to do, okay, is to follow this particular method. Okay, you highlight all the keywords within the question before you change. But of course, okay, you need to know all of this by heart. Then it's easier for you to convert. Okay, so we use this method called the TPTP method. Okay, so students have already gone through this with me. Okay, so for P5, okay, we're going to use this method. Okay, so the first P would stand for tenses. So P will stand for pronouns. Okay, remember pronouns would be another way of referring to someone, right? You don't want to keep referring to the same name, Jane, Jane, Jane. Okay, so Jane would be her. Okay, that is an example of a pronoun. Okay, now for the last T, you would use time. This is something that always has to change. Okay, tomorrow, next week, last week. Okay, all of these things you have to change. Okay, for the final P, okay, we would say that this is place. Okay, so commonly they always change, for example, here to there, okay, so on and so forth. Okay, this also have to change. So remember this as TPTP. Okay, commit it to memory, memorize it, let it burn into your brain. Okay, okay, so let's run through the various tenses. Okay, so for simple present tense, okay, let's try this out together. Okay, I'll ask you instead. Okay, drink. Okay, what is the past tense of drink? Sophia?
Drank.
Correct. Okay, the past tense of drink is drank. Okay, what about is and are drinking? Present continuous tense. If we are to change it to past continuous tense, so is and are, remember, okay, it is the past tense version of is, it will be was. Past tense version of are would be were. So we would say was or were drinking. Okay, that would be the correct answer. Okay, okay, for present perfect tense, have or have drunk. If we're going to change it to past perfect tense, Giselle, how would I change this?
Had drunk.
Correct. Had drunk. Okay, had plus participle. Good. Okay, present perfect continuous tense, has or has been drinking. Okay, you also change this into past perfect continuous tense. So this would be had been drinking. Okay, this would be the version. Okay, for simple past tense, same thing. Okay, past perfect. Let's get Sophia to answer this. How would I change this?
Drunk.
No, past perfect tense. It's had plus participle. Had together with the participle.
Had drunk.
Yes, correct. Had drunk. Okay, so this would be the correct answer. Okay, past continuous tense change to past perfect continuous tense, was or were drinking. Let's hear from Kelly. How to change?
Had been drinking.
Yes, correct. Okay, had been drinking. Okay, same form. Okay, now the only exception to all of these changes, right, would be past perfect tense. Okay, had drunk, you don't do anything to it, you keep it the same. Okay, it will still be past perfect tense. Okay, had drunk cannot go any further. Okay, for modals, okay, simple present, they always tend to test. Okay, shall, will, can, and must. Okay, so shall will change to should, will change to would, can will change to could, must will change to had to. Okay, can. Okay, so that being said, okay, let's run through quickly how we would change the tenses of these words. Okay, I want you to try first. Okay, then each person is going to take one box. Okay, then I'll fill the last one. So for example, is, what is the past tense of is? Then are, what is the past tense of are? Okay, then what is the past perfect tense? It will be had plus the participle of the verb. Okay, remember? Okay, that's how you're supposed to change it. Okay, I'll just write it down as a note for you. Okay, so let's run through the first verb, okay, be. Okay, this is to show that something exists. Okay, is and are, okay, would be the present tense. Okay, now for the past tense, okay, we would say that this is was. It's over here. Okay, and then for are, we would use were. Okay, this would be the correct answer. Okay, now for past perfect, okay, we would say had plus the participle. So this would be had been. Okay, this is the correct answer for both. Okay, regardless of whether it was or were. Okay, because it's indication of whether something is singular or plural. Okay, now for have, okay, let's hear from Sophia. Have, then what would I use for past tense?
Past tense of has is had.
Correct. And then past tense of Has is also
Had.
correct. Okay, so that's right. Okay, what about past perfect tense?
Had.
Yeah, correct. Had. Okay, so basically, remember past perfect tense, just put had, okay, together with the participle. So this would be had. Good. Okay, can? Okay, just remember this format. Okay, this will help you a lot. Okay, now for do, okay, it will be does and do. Okay, let's hear from Kelly. What's the past tense of does and do?
Did.
Correct. Okay. Okay, correct. Did. Okay, then what about the other one? Also?
Did.
Correct. Okay, then what about the past perfect tense? What would it be? It's not did, huh?
Had
What is
done.
the past perfect? Correct. Had done. Good. Okay, then that will be it. Okay, go. Okay, goes and go. What's the past tense of go? Giselle? What's the
Went.
past? Correct. Went. Okay, so that will be the case for both. Okay, what is the past perfect tense of go?
Went.
Are you sure?
Wait, I
Past
mean had
perfect.
gone.
Yes, correct.
Wrong
Okay,
one.
had gone. Okay, I know it seems like this is super easy because you're like put, you know, okay, but okay, you need to memorize. Okay,